Batgirl was positioned as a major release for Warner Bros. Discovery. But this morning, the studio announcing that despite the hefty price tag, Batgirl will never see the light of day.
Welcome to Concept, where today we're counting down our top 10 shocking DC scandals.
I execute my will according to my plan, and you, Doctor, are not part of my plan.
We'll be examining the wackiest scandals that have rocked the DC brand over the years for this list. What was DC's biggest error? Comment below and let us know what you think. Number 10, Justice League.
Work with me. Strong man as strong as alone. You ever heard that?
That's not a saying. That's the opposite of what the saying.
Even throughout filming, the 2017 Justice League movie ran into problems, despite some valiant efforts made behind the scenes. Due to a tragic family tragedy, the original director, Zack Snyder, left midway through the filming. Joss Whedon, who took over for him, has a much softer tone in mind for the future. The film's tone was out of place and didn't mesh well with the harsh footage already captured, which resulted in a muted audience reaction.
Oh, something is definitely bleeding.
To make matters worse, Henry Cavill, who plays Superman, had developed a mustache for his part in the newest Mission Impossible movie. The VFX team had to digitally erase it from his face during post-production since it conflicted with the Justice League reshoots.
Well, I knew you didn't bring me back because you like me.
I don't.
To be polite, it appeared rough. Number 9, an open and shut refrigerator.
Vanessa?
Fridged, I don't know what that means.
It's a comic book trope in which the wife or the girlfriend of the hero dies in order to further said hero's motivation or story.
This one gave rise to the term ladies in refrigerators or fridging, a completely new one in popular culture. DC made the decision to kill Green Lantern Kyle Rayner's love, Alexandra DeWitt, in an effort to humanize him. She was not only abruptly murdered, but her body was also stuffed into a refrigerator. It triggered a bigger discussion about how female characters are handled in fiction. The expression is still used to describe tailies that use the tragic misfortunes of female characters as little more than devise us for the male protagonists.
Introduces the woman to a plot device, existing in the film for no other reason than to serve as a source of pain for the hero.
Like Mufasa in The Lion King.
Number 8, method acting gone too far.
You left me in a black hole of rage and confusion. Without the medicine you practice, Dr. Quinzel.
It's difficult, even for an Oscar-winning actor, to enter the Joker's vicious psyche. Jared Leto reportedly went a little too far into character when he was chosen to play the menacing antagonist. He said he gave castmates contraception, but then clarified that he was joking.
I never gave Margot Robbie a dead rat. That's not true.
He also gave Margot Robbie a rat, which, in contrast to speculations, was very much alive and, in Robbie's words, developed into a cherished pet. Nonetheless, the articles about Leto's actions did not exactly attract favorable attention. Leto delivered a standout performance both in front of and behind the camera. That much is certain.
Really bad.
Number 7, shakeups, layoffs, and rehires.
Ain't this great? The whole team together again, all 8 of us.
Count again. You're fired.
What?
You're not Justice League material, Lobo.
The creative team behind some of DC's most well-known characters has changed nearly as frequently as the Justice League's roster of members. The corporation has historically struggled to retain personnel, but in 2020, Warner Media, the parent company of DC, underwent a significant restructure that brought everything to a climax. The editorial team of the comic division was reduced by almost a third. Even the branch's editor-in-chief was let go in the ensuing pandemonium as more people perished. Fans were understandably outraged that some of DC's top writers were let go.
You were greatly missed, my friend, by all of us.
Number 6, Harley's quintessential drawing contest.
I haven't even said the stuff yet that might piss you off.
One of the most iconic female characters in comic book history is the Joker's on-again, off-again lover. A contest for aspiring comic book artists to submit 4 illustrations of Harley Quinn was held by DC in 2013 with the goal of helping the winner get into the industry. Quinn had to be shown naked in a bathtub while surrounded by electrical equipment in one of the designs.
be shy.
Oh, gross. Did you just spray them with Ivy's love pheromones?
Though, the persona was frequently sexualized, which contributed to the significant outcry over the haunting connotations. It's hard to imagine people demanding a drawing of the Joker in the same circumstances, yet critics have dubbed it a great example of the eroticization of violence against women.
Okay, don't make me hurt you again!
Number 5. Amber Heard's brand sinks.
We should turn back. We can still warn the surface, try to prepare him for what's coming.
Turn back.
The absence of a mirror in the upcoming Aquaman sequel may come as a surprise if you somehow miss the drama surrounding the Depp Heard trial. The Atlantis time on the high seas has been curtailed after having a big main part in the first movie because of the controversy surrounding actress Amber Heard.
I had to I fought really hard to stay in the movie. They didn't want to include me in the film.
Objection, Your Honor, hearsay.
After Heard accused Johnny Depp of domestic abuse, Depp responded with the same allegations, which produced damning information in a trial that received a lot of attention. Even a vacation to Atlantis wouldn't be able to get rid of those items. Heard claims that as a result,
were you ultimately able to get to film in Aquaman 2?
A very pared down version of that role, yes.
Number 4. DC's identity crisis.
Rest assured, after I get done with you, Hippolyta won't want you for a daughter. And your pointy-eared boyfriend here won't want you for anything.
Ironically, the name of this evil miniseries also describes what the brand was obviously going through. It's kind of impressive how the Justice League became difficult to root for over the course of the 7-issue story arc. The way Identity Crisis handled the assault and murder of the elongated man's wife, Sudame, and what might be considered yet another instance of fridging, was a contributing factor in the issue. The heroes' unheroic deeds, including the time they utilized their abilities to mind control some villains, and even Batman himself.
What was it? Some kind of hologram? Or was it the real thing?
It's called sorcery, Bruce.
When he disagreed with what Zatanna was doing, were also contentious.
Don't worry, Bruce. I'll find a way out of this for her. And you.
Number 3. Batgirl is benched.
We were all talking about this, that Warner Brothers is canceling the release of the DC superhero movie. We're now hearing from the star herself.
Movies are frequently canceled, but never after they have already been produced. The merger of Warner Media and Discovery in April 2022 resulted in a significant management reorganization. The cancellation of forthcoming projects, including the live-action Batgirl movie for HBO Max starring Leslie Grace.
She posted a series of photos and videos from the set, and she wrote about being proud to have been part of what's now a scrapped project.
Was one among CEO David Zaslav's first moves. The movie, which cost $90 million, was essentially finished. Zaslav apparently intended to utilize the movie as a tax write-off and concentrating on blockbuster releases. Only after the news broke in the media did the cast and crew find out about the cancellation.
It came out, just after one of the film's directors shared a similar sentiment on social media. He said he was saddened and shocked by the news.
Number 2. Ray Fisher's allegations.
The fate of the world will literally rest in your hands.
Unfortunately, the 2017 Justice League's problems didn't end with a bungled rollout and weak box receipts. Ray Fisher, who played Cyborg, accused Joss Whedon, the film's new director, of grossly abusive, improper, and wholly inappropriate behavior on the set in 2020.
Fisher, who played Cyborg in the film, accused Whedon of abusive, unprofessional behavior on set. Aquaman actor Jason Momoa has backed Fisher, while Wonder Woman actress Gadot said that Whedon threatened her career.
Several fans and even Wonder Woman co-star Gal Gadot supported it. After the original director Zack Snyder published his version of the movie, the problem got worse. In contrast, it appeared that many of the crucial scenes from Whedon's adaptation of Cyborg were missing. Warner Bros., the parent corporation, launched an official investigation in response to the rising pressure, and although their results have not been made public.
Now, let me speak to you from my heart, not as a scientist, as a father.
Number 1. The Ezra Miller situation.
I just need one more gig and I'm going to pay for my own tuition.
You can't.
Like I always said I would.
You cannot keep doing this to yourself.
Okay, I really don't want to talk about this again.
If they can even get the Flash movie released, it will be a very fascinating publicity tour. Leading man Ezra Miller has been involved in incident after controversy since the year 2020. Fans are hesitant to accept Miller's continued portrayal of the Scarlet Speedster due of allegations of abuse, burglary, and grooming.
To apologize to everyone that I have alarmed and upset with my past behavior. I am committed to doing the necessary work to get back to a healthy, safe, and productive stage in my life.
The movie is apparently far into post-production and has already wrapped up filming, but that didn't save Batgirl, and it might not be enough for The Flash either.
And the trades report Warner Brothers, the studio behind DC, is scrambling to figure out the future of a $200 million standalone movie.
How did you find the video? Check out these additional concept videos, and be sure to subscribe and click the bell to get notified when we upload new content.